What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So XIN ZHAO, this is the League of Legends champion from Demacia I am going to be covering today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through his bio, I'm going to go through and review his skins. He's got a very old spotlight that I think I'll go through. He's also got a login theme and some special, in fact no, he hasn't got special interactions, but he's got some skin interactions. Is that even the right way of putting it? Skin interactions? You know what I mean. He's got a couple of them as well, so depending on which is my favourite actual skin, I will then review the skin spotlight on that one as well. Hopefully that makes sense. He's also got two stories, but I'm not going to read them. I've had a quick look and they're pretty long, so I might do them at a later date, but they won't before this video. I'll timestamp the whole thing as I always do. So without further ado, let's start off with the bio, essential of Demacia, like it is. Rumoured to have never lost in one-on-one combat. Okay, I see, yeah. XIN ZHAO spent much of his life fighting an uphill battle. Some of his earliest memories are of the Viceroso, Ionian fishing boat he served aboard off the coast of Ricon. A diligent cabin boy, he obeyed his elders' every requests, from cleaning grimy decks to fixing tangled nets and enjoying a peaceful existence, until the day they unknowingly ventured too deep into foreign waters. Okay, a pair of privateer ships from Noxus chased down the smaller vessel. Their commander cited the glory of the Empire as he boarded, claiming the Viceroy and his crew as his rightful property. Nice. They were mostly aging fishermen, unfit for military service, but they would be taken back to Noxian territory regardless. After enduring a tough journey across the open ocean, XIN ZHAO found himself in a strange new land. There were no delicate beauties in the waters here, no magic in the trees. Imposing gateways and fortified stone walls unlike anything he had ever seen lined the streets, and the people were crammed into every available inch of space. Sounds like a great place to live, doesn't it? He learned this was the capital of Noxus, and it was from here that a man known as Darkwill ruled a vast empire. So I think Darkwill predates Swain, I think. Separated from the rest of the Viceroy's crew and with no means of returning home, XIN ZHAO entered the service as the man who had taken him prisoner. Service of the man who had taken him prisoner. His skill with the spear did not go unnoticed, and soon he was promised a better life, with meals served on plates, very nice of them, in exchange for his martial prowess. Noxus celebrated strength, and its patron deemed him to be a strong fighter. Having nothing to lose, the young man accepted. He shed his ragged clothes from crude armour, and entered the wrecking arenas. Okay, kind of like a gladiatorial thing. Truly, this was a strange form of entertainment. Mighty warriors, known by even mightier titles, fought each other before ravenous crowds, who cheered for displays of skill and showmanship, as they often did for blood. So this kind of reminds me of maybe the scene in the 2019 Awaken cinematic with Riven and Draven. XIN ZHAO, taking the name Viceroy, was catapulted into success. His bouts soon filled the seats of every arena and also the pockets of his sponsors. In only a few short years, Viceroy became a celebrated name, one the audiences adored and other reckoners came to fear. But this good fortune did not last. Here at the coastal fortress of Calisted, the names and reputations of even the most well-known reckoners counted for little. They were hurled into battle against the elite forces of Jarvan III of Demacia, who was determined to curb Noxian influence in Valorant, and XIN ZHAO quickly learned that war was unlike any duel arena. While many of the former reckoners deserted in the face of inevitable defeat, XIN ZHAO held his ground, staining his speed with the blood of hundreds. When the king's dauntless vanguard, some of whom were silently impressed by his skill, finally surrounded him, still he refused to run. XIN ZHAO stood tall, welcoming his execution. However, Jarvan thought differently. Unlike the arena crowds, the king of Demacia took no pleasure in needless killing. He granted the defeated Noxus their freedom if they would swear to leave Calisted in peace. Pretty straightforward, isn't it? Surprised by this show of mercy, XIN ZHAO thought about what awaited him back in Noxus. He could return to a society where his life had meant little beyond the gold he earned for his patrons, or he could fight for those who embodied the virtues to which he himself aspired. Right, so now we get in to find out how he became a champion of Demacia. So Ionia, Noxus, now Demacia. Okay. Compelled by honour, he knelt before Javan III, pledging himself to the king's service. In the decades that followed, XIN ZHAO proved his loyalty time and again. As essential of the royal household, he became bodyguard and advisor not only to his friend and master, but also to his king's son, Prince Javan IV, who would one day inherit the crown. XIN ZHAO's path to become a Demacian may have been unusual, yet never once did he falter in his commitment to the kingdom and its ideals. This was not from a sense of duty, he reasoned, but by choice. However, his greatest test came when a mage insurrection threatened the capital. With the nefarious Silas of Dreadborn wreaking havoc throughout the great city, XIN ZHAO stood ready to defend his lineage, but the kings commanded him to leave on a personal mission of critical importance. Okay, with a heavy heart, XIN ZHAO reluctantly obeyed. It was only when the palace bell was tolled that he knew the true gravity of his mistake. By the time the Seneschals fought his way back, King Javan III was dead. Right, XIN ZHAO believed that his life would be forfeit, but instead Prince Javan reminded him of the pledge he had once made and accepted a renewal of his services to the kingdom. For now more than ever, Demacia needs its seneschal. The throne lies vacant as the other noble houses fear that the prince may not yet be fit to rule. XIN ZHAO has no such concerns. He is utterly devoted to Javan and determined to guide him in the perilous days to come. Right, so that was really good. And it ties in nicely because I've read almost every single other Demacian bio, apart from Galio, who is next week. And it also ties in with the comics as well, because there's a point, wasn't there, where all of a sudden King Javan III has died, and it's still not quite clear how he died. And also, he said here, he sent XIN ZHAO away for a very critical or important mission. I wonder what that was. Was that true, or did he just want him to leave? So maybe, I don't know, maybe something's going on there, but it'd be interesting to find out maybe a little bit more details around them events. But also, interesting journey. I think we mentioned maybe 3 or 4 weeks back, there was one on Sona. Sona was Ionian of birth and then became Demacian. And XIN ZHAO has even a more diverse route to Demacia. He obviously is Ionian, then he moved along to Noxus, not by choice. And then the actual morals and principles of Demacia, what he liked, so then he obviously became Demacian as well. Interesting, I like that. I wonder if we'll get the flip of that. We've got a couple of Ionian in Demacia. I wonder if we get any Demacia in other regions and also in Ionia as well. We'll find out when we move on to Ionia. Anyways, yeah, that was a good start. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to move on to the skins. Let's go. He has a couple of skins here. His base skin is cool though. I do like that. I like the look of it as well. The action shot, and clearly he's blocking multiple arrows there as well. And his design is nice as well. It reminds me a little bit of Javan, King Javan IV as well. And also Garen's. It's kind of a cross between the two, gold and blue. Nice. Anyways, let's move on to this first one, which is Commando. So that's kind of ridiculous, but it's nowhere near as bad as Garen's. Garen's was just the most, yeah, Sega Mega Drive-esque, if that makes sense. But that one's pretty cool. I'm feeling the shades. All of them seem to be rocking some kind of 80s shades, but okay, cool. Imperial XIN ZHAO. So, okay, so rocking the Ionian vibes there, like he should do. That's nice. Okay, that's cool. Visario. Okay, Visario. So this is his name. He goes, yeah, this is the name he goes by in the Noxian battle arenas. Okay, I like that one. Yeah, okay. So Winged Hussar. Winged Hussar, okay. Cool. The actual, what he's wearing is, it reminds me of like a Roman general. The helmet, the red underneath, and the way the armor on his chest and arms are shaped. Yeah, it reminds me a lot of like a Roman legion. Warring Kingdoms, XIN ZHAO, okay. That's cool as well, I like that one. Similar, it's kind of similar to Imperial. Yeah, okay. Secret Agent. Oh, come on. Come on. That's got to take it. That looks so good. And then you have a giant spear. Yeah, okay, cool. Dragon Slayer. Oh, now we're getting there. Now we are getting there. Dragon Slayer. Okay, so the kind of clues in the title there. You know, if anyone can slay a dragon, you know, this guy can slay a dragon. At least by the looks of this skin anyway. That was nice. Cosmic Defender. Nice. I like that one as well. Looks a little bit like Pantheon there, actually. Yeah, if I had to guess, it looks more like Pantheon than anything else. And then Marauder. Yeah. That's got Irelia vibes, that one as well. That looks quite a lot like Irelia's skin. Okay, so it's pretty good ones there, especially the ones at the end. If I had to pick one though, it would have to be, if I had to pick one, it's gotta have to be Secret Agent. It has to be Secret Agent. It's gotta be. Second place would be this one here, Dragon Slayer, and in third would be Marauder. And Zed, it looks a little bit like Zed there as well, that looks tight. But yeah, Secret Agent. That's got to be my favourite one. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move on to his login theme, and then I'm going to see if he has a skin spotlight for Secret Agent. If he does, I will be watching that. Let's go. Dragon Slayer. Ooh, okay. Okay. Let me quickly pause it here because this Dragon Slayer skin was my second favourite skin, but after watching it in the animation you see so much more subtle details as well. Not only obviously is the spear epic and you can get the glow of like lava almost like flowing through the spear. You can see on the tip here or on the hilt here, you can see actually the smoke of the lava coming off it. That's a nice touch. Also the dragon, what do you want to call it? The dragon scales on his wrists. And also here, it's like this is like he's got like it's like dragon claws on his chest as well. Just the overall look is just yeah, good, yeah. Shivana would be proud. Let's put it that way. Builds up again now. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that was really good. That was really good. Nice build up in the first half. Then it settles down a little bit and it picks up once again at the end. Animation, like I mentioned before, is nice in the skin. And thinking back to all the login themes for Demacian champions, this might be one of the best. This might be one of the best. I'm struggling to think of a better one for the region of Demacia. Lucian had a pretty decent login theme. But this one is good. This one is up there with the best. Top 3. For me, it's probably top 3 Demacian login themes. Yeah, it's good. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move on to that favourite skin spotlight. Let's go. Yeah, that's kind of funny, you know. Whoa! I don't know what's chopping up there. Like Men in Black. Some alien. The thing is as well, what's it with Demacian champions and overkill on the size of the weapons? Garen, Jav in the 4th. This guy, they've all got this huge Poppy. They've all got massive weapons in proportion to their size. So, let's go.
Find me an immovable object, and I'll put this question to rest. I may be outnumbered, but not even the odds can stand against me.
Okay. Skills. Wait. There's some speed on there as well. Okay, put Jav to shame. Nice. That's good. Into a suitcase, yeah. It does actually, yeah. It does give me kind of Men in Black vibes. Yeah.
Sound the march.
Oops.
Always forward.
Oh. Look at that spear.
The warrior spirit is never broken.
So we get to see some of his abilities, which I'm sure in the next video will be flushed out.
Do not form.
Yeah. There's the combos, okay. I presume.
Their lives are full.
There you go, that's his ultimate. What a suitcase is. Wait. Here we go. Okay. Cat's just getting destroyed here. Oh, is that it? Oh, that's a bit of a letdown, isn't it? There's me thinking. I thought, sure he's going to do something here. Something's going to happen. And it doesn't. Oh well. But yeah, at least I could actually watch and react to the my favourite skin for XIN ZHAO, which is the secret agent. I like his recall button as well, where he recalls back to base. That was pretty creative as well. So I'm going to finish it off now with his very old spotlight. I think he's like 10 years old, but it might tie in nicely with some of the abilities I have seen in this video. So let's go.
Welcome to the XIN ZHAO Seneschal of Demacia Sneak Peek Champion Spotlight, presented by Riot Games.
That's a Zin. It's XIN ZHAO.
Wow. XIN ZHAO can be played as a tank or melee DPS, but the build I chose for this spotlight is a jungling tank build. First, let's demonstrate his various abilities. His first spell is 3 Talon Strike. You get a buff, causing your next 3 attacks to deal bonus damage. The 3rd attack will knock your opponent into the air, disabling him for a short time.
That's what we saw then, man.
Second is Battle Cry, giving you attack speed passively and a bonus when activated. While Battle Cry is in its active state, every attack he makes lowers the cooldowns of his other abilities by 1 second. Battle Cry has great synergy with his first skill, since you can quickly refresh the cooldown and use the attack speed to knock your opponents up faster. Next, XIN ZHAO can cast Audacious Charge, which quickly dashes to an enemy, dealing damage and briefly slowing the movement of the target and nearby foes. XIN ZHAO's ultimate is Crescent Sweep. It's a simple, low cooldown ultimate that deals heavy damage in an area around him, hitting for a percentage of each target's current health plus a base amount. Additionally, XIN ZHAO gains armor and magic resist for a short time. His passive is Tireless Warrior, which heals XIN ZHAO on every 3rd attack he makes.
Oh, okay. Wonder if that still applies.
My rune page has attack speed marks, which empower his first 2 skills, and
so this
standard
is like what,
tank runes, dodge seals, flat magic resist glyphs, and flat health quintessences. My masteries follow 920.
If this is 10 years old, call it 2010, 2011, maybe someone can tell me what season that is that I saw there with them lizards, elder lizard and young lizards. Wonder what season that is. It's got to be one of the first ones.
1-0. Improved smite and physical damage talents in offense, with standard jungling masteries in defense. I take smite and flash as summoner spells, which allows me to jungle and escape or initiate fights easier.
Okay.
Start out jungling at the Golem with 3 Talon Strike, an Elixir of Agility, and 5 health potions. Finish the Wolf Camp just below, learning Battle Cry.
Look at the Wolf Camp.
Afterwards, you'll have Smite up just in time to finish the Lizard Camp at around 3 minutes 40 seconds, less than 2 minutes to acquire both buffs and start ganking. I learn Audacious Charge, which allows me to quickly close the distance to gank. Immediately after acquiring both buffs, gank mid or bottom. With both bottom champions significantly pushed up, I'm able to easily close distance behind Rammus. Notice that I save Audacious Charge for his inevitable escape attempt. I head to gank mid afterwards. I probably could have killed Dr. Mundo, but I make the mistake of flashing while still exhausted. Instead, I could have waited for the exhaust to time out and just flashed into the brush to kill him. I dive Malzahar at top with my teammate Alistair. Here's an incredibly important trick to use with XIN ZHAO. Audacious Charge slows in an area around the target you choose. While I'm not in range of Malzahar, the purple caster minion is. The slow allows me to land 3 Talon Strike, which lets Alistair catch up as well.
Wow, okay.
Later in the game, I head to gank Malzahar in mid. Notice that I run to cut him off as opposed to following him like Nasus did. If you can, always chase an enemy through multiple paths. As Malzahar flashes away from Nasus, I'm already in range to kill him. I head to kill Dragon with my team.
Look at the dragon.
While our opponents gank us, I know that I can quickly kill it with Smite. Also, Dragon is worth about 2 champion kills in gold and experience, so if you can spare the time, make the effort to finish it off. From there, I simply choose the weakest targets first. Dr. Mundo, then Morgana, then Rammus with 3 Talon Strike, and finally Malphite with Audacious Charge. We start a large fight near mid lane. Crescent Sweep and 3 Talon Strike evaporate Morgana and Dr. Mundo.
Do you know what I love? I love how, even though this is clearly so old, the actual the narration, the woman that speaks over when something's destroyed or like an update, is the same. You know, unstoppable, or an enemy has been slain. Yeah, I like how that hasn't changed. That's remained consistent from the very beginning.
After disabling Rammus with 3 Talon Strike, I retreat away from Malphite with Flash.
Whoa, just.
I then notice that both Malzahar and Annie are running out of mana, so I dive back in knowing that I need to help get the kill, but also that Malzahar has no chance of killing me back.
Yeah.
Nasus and I attempt to gank Morgana and Dr. Mundo in their jungle. However, we make the grave mistake of sticking around way too long. The rest of our team is nowhere nearby, while our enemies just pile on top of us to save their friends.
Yeah.
When fighting in enemy territory, you need to know when to retreat. We get ganked while attempting to kill Baron Nashor. I use Audacious Charge to slow him for my team. And wait to use Crescent Sweep until I can hit at least 2 targets. I help keep Malzahar disabled with 3 Talon Strike. As we chase our opponents across the map, I flash to use Randuin's Omen, letting us catch up to Malphite a little bit easier. Malphite initiates on us, but I don't take the bait. I wait for Morgana to enter the picture, jump on her with Audacious Charge, Crescent Sweep, and then finish the deal with 3 Talon Strike. Turning on Battlecry, I head for Dr. Mundo, and keep him slowed with Audacious Charge.
That's the end of that one, isn't it?
As Rammus tries to get away, I keep him pinned with 3 Talon Strike, and then charge as soon as it's ready.
Whoa.
Thanks for tuning in to the XIN ZHAO Champion Spotlight.
So, I think I'm going to leave it here today, guys, on this one. That was pretty good. Pretty good ending. No doubt, like a couple of other champion reviews I've done, the actual Spotlight is very, very old. But, like I said in previous ones as well, I'm sure the actual gist of the abilities hasn't changed too much. If it has, feel free to let me know. But that combined with everything else I've seen, I think is pretty decent. Pretty decent for XIN ZHAO. I think it's XIN ZHAO. Standout for me though has to be that login theme. That login theme is so good. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed my thoughts and reactions and breakdown of this champion. And if you did, feel free to let me know. Feel free to like, comment, and maybe also subscribe for more content like this. Like I mentioned right at the beginning, I will be going through Galio next week, and Galio is the final one for Demacia. Once I've done that, I'm going to be going through the actual Legends of Runeterra interactions, or should I say special interactions for Demacia. And then I'm going to move on to Noxus. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.